Hello and welcome, Potterheads, all magical people and creatures alike. Today I'm going to show you how to make these Snitch cake balls. So what you're going to need is a whole lot of white chocolate and also cake crumbs and chocolate ganache. To start off, we're going to make the wings. So melt your white chocolate. I use a microwave to melt mine. And then just use a piping bag fitted with a round piping head or tip, maybe you call that. And then I put it in a cup or a mug so that I can use both my hands. And then I pour in the chocolate. And then it's ready to pipe. So then I just make wing shapes, and I'm sorry my arm's a bit in the way here, but use reference photos and make the shape of snitch wings. Then I just tap it onto the table to get rid of any bubbles, and then I'm going to make the cake balls. To make the cake balls you need your cake crumbs. I got these crumbs off of the sorting hat cake I made. I'll link the video. And then you use the ganache. This is dark chocolate ganache that I use. And then I put the ganache into the cake crumbs and then just blend it until it's a consistency that you can roll into a ball. So I just take little by little and blend that in with my hands. You should be able to roll the dough, if you will, into a ball and it should be able to hold. Like so. This is a bit big, so I'm taking the size down a bit. And then I'm just rolling it so that it's almost like a ball. You don't have to be perfect with it. I try to make them the size of a snitch, but you can make them both smaller and bigger. Then I put the cake balls in the fridge so that they harden. Once again, I melt white chocolate and I use my chocolate tools and I put the cake balls into the white chocolate and then I try and coat it everywhere with the white chocolate. Like so. And then you just repeat until all of the cake balls are covered in white chocolate. The next thing we're doing is attaching the wings to the cake balls. Now my battery ended here, so I couldn't show you exactly how I do it, but you melt the white chocolate and then you just attach the wings with the white chocolate to the cake balls. Then we're going to bake the cake balls. I use a synthetic brush and some edible pearlescent powder and some edible silver powder for the wings. I mixed the pearlescent with the silver because I didn't want the wings to become entirely silver. I wanted them more to have a sheen. And then very gently I paint that onto the wings. The wings are really fragile, especially if you make them large like I did. If they're smaller, I think it would be a bit easier, so I recommend that you make them a bit smaller. As you will see, one of my wings breaks off of one of the snitches. So be very careful, be very gentle. And here you can see that I'm holding the snitch with a knife so that the heat of my fingers don't melt the chocolate. This is the one that breaks. As you can see, it's the biggest wings. So just be careful if you do this. Be very gentle with the wings. They're very fragile. Then I use some gold edible powder for the actual snitch ball itself, and then just paint it on. Be sure to get the nooks and crannies underneath the wings as well. And there you have it basically. This is what they look like when they're finished. I should say that 100 grams of white chocolate made for 4 pairs of wings, but they were quite large wings. And there you have it. That's them finished. This is what they look like in the end, and they were very delicious, so I definitely recommend you make them. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next vid.